Welcome out to the Wilson County Marching Exhibition. This is our first episode of Wilson Live on the Road. We're excited to be here with some folks from Mount Juliet High School. We're here with Mr. Cox, the director, and Chloe Johnston, a senior snare drum player. Super excited to be able to spend a couple of minutes just chatting about the marching exhibition, Mount Juliet season, all sorts of exciting things as we get rolling. So, Chloe, my question to you, what is so special about this marching exhibition? People that have never been here before or people that might be here for the first time, what's so unique about this event?
I think it's the fact that we're all doing it together as a community, because Wilson County as a whole is kind of competitive, but overall, it's such a tight-knit. While we're competing against these other marching bands, we're all from the same small community, and so it's just really nice for us to all get together, especially at the end when we all play together. It's so nice to combine all of our forces and play together and watch the other shows as we compete against them, but also compete with them.
Well, yeah, and we got to see Watertown, and just to hear the crowd support, that's so awesome. We don't hear that at many of our events. We're not going to go to a whole lot of other countywide events where we hear everybody cheering and supporting in the way that we hear it tonight. Mr. Cox, which for those of you that don't know, my high school band director, Mr. Cox, tell us a little bit about this year's show.
Well, our show is called Spot On, and it's literally all about spots. The first part of the show is called Tight Spots, and the music and the drill, everything's kind of closely connected together. It moves from that, it moves to the middle section. It's called Soft Spots, and it's a very familiar ballad called Both Sides Now that people will recognize from Joni Mitchell. And then the final is called Spotlight, and it'll be some selections from some Broadway musicals and things that probably people will recognize.
Love that. Well, you guys are at Hendersonville next weekend?
Yes.
Great. So we'll see you all at some football games here coming up. We'll see you at Hendersonville next weekend. Chloe, Mr. Cox, thank you for joining us tonight. Excited to see the show here in a little while.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
All right, welcome back to Wilson Live on the Road. This is our first opportunity to spend some time with some of our marching band folks from around the county. This evening, we're spending just a couple of minutes with our friends out at Watertown, Mr. Scott Corley, band director, and then Alyssa Wakefield. Alyssa, you play the flute and you're a drum major.
Yes, sir.
2 roles in the show, super exciting. You get to conduct a little bit, lead the ensemble, and you step down and you get to play for a little while. Really awesome job tonight. I'm excited to see how that progresses throughout the year. So, speaking of which, Mr. Corley, what has it taken to get the students to this point? It's already September. It's hard to believe, but what are some things that you all go through to get to this point?
Well, the easy first answer is third week of July. We get out in the heat. We do 2 weeks at Watertown. We come in the morning and go outside and march, learn how to march, teach the new kids how to march. Then we go inside and learn all of our music for during the worst of the day. We do that for 2 weeks. Then we start back to school and we practice this stuff during class, and then we go outside and learn the show. And
yeah, I'm sure there's lots of Watertown that gets to hear you. Probably in the afternoons, they got to hear you a bunch during camp.
Oh, yeah.
Super excited. We're in football season. We're seeing you at football games. What competition are you at next weekend?
Next weekend, we're going to Hendersonville.
September 13th,
yeah.
The Hendersonville Golden Invitational. I think there's a lot of Wilson County that's going to be there.
Almost everybody.
That's exciting. Excited to see everybody. Alyssa, now that we are in what a lot of folks would call the fun part of the marching band season, tell us what you are looking forward to the most as we get through the rest of the season.
Well, I think, honestly, just seeing how people do at all of our competitions, because football season is fun and everything. We like to switch up what we do on the field for home games, and away games are always fun, but competitions for me is always like the best part. And this year, I think we have an opportunity to do really well, and we're the smallest in our class at pretty much everywhere we go this season, and I'm excited to see how that works.
And that's a fun challenge. You know, that's the cool thing about our activity is it's no matter whether you're the smallest band or the biggest band, everybody has the same opportunity. It's how we prepare every day. It's how we prepare in the afternoons in that heat that gets us to what we do on Friday nights and then on Saturdays when we get to just worry about band. So, Alyssa, Mr. Corley, thanks for spending a few minutes. Excited to see how the band grows and progresses throughout the rest of the school year and look forward to seeing you all next week at Hendersonville.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, we are back with the Lebanon High School Marching Band. Excited to spend a few minutes with the Blue Devil Marching Band. Do we have an actual name for the marching band?
The Marching Blue Devils.
Marching Blue Devils. I knew I'd mixed those words up somehow, but
Okay.
the Marching Blue Devils. Excited to spend a few minutes with Mr. Ben Chanel and Maddie Cantrell, junior mellophone player. You also play the French horn in your show, is that correct? Cool. So our show this year, I know it's still early, but what is your favorite part of your show so far?
So my most favorite part definitely has to be like the French horn solo, because like that's not very common, and also I kind of just love How to Train Your Dragon too. Like it's my favorite of the 3 movies and just in general. But also in the first part, the mellophones and the low brass have a really cool part. It's kind of towards the end of the half of the first part, but it's still really cool and it's really fun to play.
Yeah, I love How to Train Your Dragon. The music for all of those are some of my favorite to play. As a band director, they were some of my favorite to conduct as well. So really excited that you get to have a solo that's a little unique in terms of instrument. We don't see true French horn on the marching field very often, but super excited to hear you, Maddie, here in a couple weeks. Mr. Chanel, are we at Hendersonville next week?
We are.
We're at Hendersonville. I think I am 3 for 3 in Hendersonville Golden Invitational, folks. This is turning into an ad for the Hendersonville Golden
Yeah, Chris
Invitational.
Seeger owes you a little.
He's going to be
ad
excited.
time, that's right.
I'll charge him for it.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Chanel, we're here at the marching exhibition, and we've got this crowd full of folks. What is a way, or what's the easiest way that the community can support the Lebanon High School band, marching band, and its pieces?
Well, one of the things we see a lot that really helps us out is obviously showing up to events like this, but also trying to reach out and find out what things we might need, or just whether it's sponsorship for water, food. Like, we're always looking for businesses and community members to feed the band, to bring in waters and different donations and stuff like that. Not always just needing, financial help, but just like we said, support here, going to events, going to concerts, trying to bring art alive in our communities. That's what we're here to do. We're community. While we're a school group, we feel like our role in the community is very big too. So showing up to concerts and stuff like that really helps the kids feel like they're involved in their town.
Well, and it's a mutually beneficial relationship. It's not just one way. It's not just we want you to drop off that case of water and leave. We
Right.
want you to walk alongside our band and be a part of our band family. So
Absolutely.
super excited to spend a couple of minutes with you. We're going to pass this off to the Mount Juliet High
Yeah.
School drumline here in a second. So thank you so much, Lebanon High School Band. Super excited to see you all in the coming weeks and next week at the Hendersonville Golden Invitational.
Indeed.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Appreciate it.
We are back with Team Wilson Central. We have Mr. Thomas, Mr. Nick Thomas. We have Jeremiah Jernigan, a senior tuba player, and then Miss Stacy Jernigan. We've got our 2 band directors on the outside. And in case you didn't know, the tuba player, that is one of our high school students. So we just got to see and hear some Wilson Central. We just got to see and hear some Mount Juliet. Super excited to see what everybody does for the rest of the year. But really excited that we get to spend tonight as a county together. One thing that you notice at this exhibition is there's a wealth of parent community everywhere, whether it's in the stands or whether it's on the field. Ms. J, talk a little bit about what that parent involvement is like.
It's such a vital part of what we do. There's so many things that happen behind the scenes. It's never as simple as us just getting the students out on the field and making music or color guard performing. There's uniforms that have to be taken care of. There's food that has to be served. There's instruments that have to be loaded. And they're just our right hands in what we do as directors. And I know in terms of students, it's a whole different level of important for them as well.
Sure. Mr. Thomas, what have you seen in the year that you've been at Wilson Central? Talk a little bit about how you've gotten to experience that.
So actually in 2 days is my anniversary of being here for a year. I've dealt way more with the band dad side of things while Miss J kind of deals with the band mom side of things. And the things that they're cranking out in terms of props. I mean, I don't know how to do that. I'm not going to speak for Miss J, but I don't think she knows how to do that either. And I mean, they built us a boat this year. They built us a backdrop of rocks. Like, they're so important and so vital. Last year and this year just blown me away with what they can do.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's true. Not just at Wilson Central; it's true at all of these schools. Jeremiah, you get a little bit of a unique experience because one of your parents is one of the band directors. But talk a little bit about what it's like to be a band director's kid, and then talk a little bit to the parent involvement that it takes for this all to be successful.
Yeah, being a band director's kid, I literally was born into the band room that I still go to school at today.
To be clear, you were not born in the Wilson Central High School band room.
No, some people think I live there still, but I do not. I can remember from a young age the amount that the parents have poured into me, and now Teddy and Wilson, I'm assuming soon to come. I remember they poured into me even as a child. They babysitted me when my mom was busy. From a student perspective in high school now, there hasn't been a rehearsal since band camp that there hasn't been parents at. They're always doing something. They're not required. They're not getting a fat paycheck or any paycheck at all. And I think it's just beautiful to know my two best friends specifically, both of their dads are putting in work continuously. One of them was inhaling gas fumes in his garage, making props for us. The other one is driving his truck to everything. So it's just more than any of us can ever understand.
Yeah, and it's just really unique. It's parents that go and work their 9-to-5 job and then get to spend time alongside their student. It's not just in the stands, it's right alongside them.
You know what's really cool about the parent angle is the social aspect of it for the parents. We have band parents that have made lifelong friendships. I've even had two band parents of two different students that once got married because they met through band and all the involvement. It's a really unique thing for them to bond with each other, but also you just can't describe what it's like to have that experience with your child. Obviously, I have it on a whole different level, but I mean, it is definitely memories that both the parents and the students are going to look back on and really remember forever.
No, I agree, and I think it's one thing that makes this activity unique and special, and something that we should continue to support and allow to thrive, because it's not just a student activity; it's a true community activity. So again, this is Team Wilson Central. You got to enjoy some beautiful sounds around us, and we're excited to see. That's Green Hill behind us. We're excited to see and hear them, and we're excited to see and hear Wilson Central at Hendersonville next weekend. I told Mr. Schnell a few minutes ago that this podcast is turning into a HGI ad read because just about everybody's going to be there. So excited to see you all. Excited to see where we go the rest of the season. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes to chat.
Yeah, thanks for talking to us.
All right, we are here with the Spirit of Green Hill Marching Band, the sixth group tonight. And super excited with where you guys are at this part of the year. It's the first weekend in September, and you all are doing some really awesome things. Next weekend, where are you at?
Rockville High School.
Rockville High School. Okay, so the only group not at Hendersonville.
Correct.
This is turned into a Hendersonville commercial, but we'll sprinkle a little bit of Rockville in there next weekend too. So, Sandra, talk a little bit about the impact that marching band has had on your high school career.
Yeah, marching band is really giving me the opportunity to meet such amazing people. The people I'm truly, all my mentors, all the upperclassmen. Now, I'm going to be the upperclassman that's going to lead this new incoming group. And especially as someone that's, I would say, pretty involved in the school, marching band is the closest, the best group that honestly I could be with. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that for the podcast.
We've heard it over and over tonight that marching band is a community.
It really is,
and you've talked a little bit about the impact that it's had on your high school career. So that's really, really exciting. Speaking of community, Mr. Umpleby and Mr. Weber, talk a little bit about what you want the community to know about the Spirit of Green Hill Marching Band.
Yeah. Well, as the newest marching band in Wilson County, opening in 2020 with the COVID pandemic and all of the things that came along with opening a brand new school in that time period. This show in particular, we have built and designed around the kind of the impact that had and the 6 years that it's taken us to get to where we are right now. with our senior class right now, they were in our band room because of the tornado and the displacement because of that. So we've seen our seniors grow from 7th graders all the way up through their senior year now, and that's been a huge difference compared to most of our students. We don't often, as high school directors, get to see that full growth trajectory from super young musicians to today. And so this show is designed to kind of tell their story through a lens of kind of the South and a Tennessee mountain home. The story of taking these last 6 years and building a community and building a program that they're proud of and that they are invested in and that they are truly the leaders and the people who get the program to where it is today.
Yeah, and it's been really cool to see that community change and grow in the last several years. Mr. Weber, you're, 2 years into this community? Is this year 2?
This is my 2nd year.
Yeah,
now.
So talk a little bit about kind of that impact that the community's had on you.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you move down to somewhere, I'm originally from the Midwest, so this is like a completely new thing for me, a new culture for the most part, and everybody within the Green Hill community and used to live in Lebanon, now live in Mount Juliet, have been super welcoming to me, which is great, even though, coming from the Midwest to the South is a little bit of a change. But also, like, with our show, like, even though it does, like, very much relate to where we are and what we've built, we kind of hope that other people in Middle Tennessee and throughout the state can kind of see themselves in that show as well, because it's quintessentially Tennessee, pulling from Dolly Parton and Charlie Daniels and all of those things. So, hoping that we can kind of reach a wider community with that as well, beyond just kind of this Middle Tennessee area when we, go to the national stage in Indianapolis, that other bands from Tennessee or the South can kind of see themselves in that show. So.
Sure. Well, you all played dual roles tonight. You were band director and host. Thank you to you all. Thank you to your parents. Thank you to your administrative team. Thank you to Coach Crouch and the whole athletic department for allowing us to use this great facility. I think we have some mass band that's about to happen. Yeah, we're going to go hear, 400 high school students play together, and excited to see how the night wraps up. Again, thank you all. Really excited to see how this season unfolds for you guys.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.